Hello, welcome back. Today I will continue to practice reading English on the topic The Surprising Intelligence of Crows. When people think of intelligent animals, they usually imagine dolphins, elephants, or chimpanzees. These species have long been recognized for their advanced communication, memory, and problem-solving skills. But there's one animal that is often overlooked: the crow. Despite its dark feathers, eerie reputation, the crow is one of the smartest animals on the planet. Crows belong to a family of birds called corvids, which also includes ravens, magpies, and jays. Scientists have studied corvids for decades. The results are astonishing. Crows are capable of solving puzzles, using tools, remembering human faces, and even planning for the future. These are all behaviors we used to believe only humans and a few primates could do. One of the most famous experiments demonstrating a crow's intelligence involved a clear plastic tube with a piece of meat inside. The meat was out of reach, and the only tools available were a few wires and sticks. In the experiment, a new Caledonian crow bent a straight piece of wire into a hook, using it to fish the meat out. This showed not only tool use but also tool creation, something incredibly rare in the animal kingdom. Another experiment tested whether crows could understand how water displacement works. The, te- the test was based on Aesop's fable, The Crow and the Pitcher, where a thirsty crow drops stones into a jug to raise the water level. In real life, researchers gave crows a tube half filled with water and placed a floating treat on top. The crows picked up small stones and dropped them into the tube until the treat rose high enough to grab. Not only did they succeed, but they also chose stones that were heavy enough to make a difference, showing they understood cause and effect. Crows also have impressive memories. They can remember individual human faces for years, especially those who have threatened or harmed them. In a study conducted by researchers at the University of Washington, scientists wore masks while capturing and tagging crows. Years later, whenever the scientists wore those same masks, the crows would sound alarms and even dive at them. Interestingly, the crows passed this knowledge on their on to their young and to other crows who had never seen the masked humans before. These birds also display a kind of social intelligence. They live in family groups, care for one another, and even hold what appear to be funerals. Funerals. When a crow dies, nearby crows gather silently around the body, sometimes for hours. Scientists believe this behavior may be a way to learn about dangers in their environment or to show respect. What makes crow intelligent especially fascinating is that their brains are relatively small compared to mammals. However, their brains are packed with dense neurons and have structures similar in their function to the prefrontal cortex, the part of human brain responsible for decision making or planning. In other words, crows don't need large brains to be smart, just efficient ones. The intelligence of crows challenges our understanding of animal minds. It also reminds us that intelligence doesn't always look the way we expect. These birds don't talk like parrots or imitate humans, but their behavior shows clear evidence of thinking, remembering, and adapting. In fact, some scientists now believe that corvids are as intelligent as a 7-year-old human child in certain tasks. So next time you see a crone sitting on a wire or hopping along the street, take a moment to appreciate its cleverness. That bird might be watching you, recognize your face, or even thinking through its next move. It's not just a bird; it's a quiet genius with feathers.